Hello Year 10 and welcome to part 2 of today's lesson. I'm sorry it's so dark. I don't know why it's so dark. The light bulb in my flat is not very bright, so this is the lighting that we're dealing with. However, I will change it for subsequent videos, hopefully, maybe. Let's see. I have uploaded a document on Show My Homework with some ratio questions in, and the one that is on the board here is question 9 from that document. So I am going to go through this one. So the points A, B, C and D lie in order on a straight line. The distance between A and B to the distance between B and D is 2 to 5. So that's what AB means. It means the section of the line that is from A to B. Then between A to C, in the ratio with C to D, is 4 to 7. So the question wants us to find the distance between A and B to the distance between B and C to the distance between C and D. Now, for this type of question, I actually think the easiest thing to do is to draw a diagram. So I'm going to draw a straightish line on a Miss Sturgis special. I'm not very good at straight lines. And it doesn't matter if it's to scale at all. I'm just going to draw the 4 points. So I've got A, B, C and D. Now, this ratio here, A to B, makes up 2 parts, and B to D makes up 5 parts. Then, using this ratio, A to C makes up 4 parts, and C to D makes up 7 parts. Now, if we start comparing, it looks like this space here would be 2 parts, because this is 2 and this is 4, so we could say this is 2, but then the problem would be that would leave 3 of this 5, but there's 7 here. That issue's cropped up because these 2 ratios don't have the same number of parts. So we want to make these 2 ratios have the same number of parts first of all. This one has 7 parts and this one has 11 parts. So I'm going to change them both so that they have 77 parts. I'm just going to multiply these together. Now that's fairly easy to do. It means I'm going to multiply this ratio by 11, so this becomes 22 and 55. However, slightly more complicated, I have to multiply this ratio by 7, so these 2 numbers need to multiply by 7. So the 4 is going to turn into 28, and the 7 is going to turn into 49. Now, this line is 77 parts, and this line is 77 parts. So now I can compare the different sections. This section here is 49 parts. This section here is 22 parts, so I'm going to write those in. If I take the 22 away from this 28, that implies that this part is 6. I'm going to double check it here. If I take this 49 away from this 55, 49 there, I've still got 6. So that looks correct to me. So this ratio, A to B is 22, B to C is 6, and C to D is 49, and that ratio cannot be simplified. You should now, so that was question 9 from the document I uploaded. You should now have a go at question 10. I'm not going to go through question 10. Please make sure you have paused the video and had a go at it already. But if you have done question 10, you should have got the answer 33 to 7 to 48. If you didn't get that, please go back over it and try and find where you went wrong. And if anyone's still struggling, please send me a comment on Show My Homework and I'll upload a video of how to do it. This is question 12 from the document. So A and B are in the ratio 5 to 1. C and D are in the ratio 2 to 3. Given that A plus B equals 2 C plus D, find the ratio A to B to C to D. If you want to pause the video now and have a go at this, please do. This is quite a tricky question. It involves a little bit of logic, and then I'm going to go through it. So this equation here, it's got A plus B and it's got C plus D. So what that tells us is we're looking at the total parts compared to each other. So A to B, 5 to 1, that is 6 parts. And C to D, 2 to 3, that is 5 parts. So let's make them both 30 parts first. So 30 parts. We would have A to B. We need to multiply this by 5 to make 30, so it would be 25 to 5. And we would have C to D. Need to multiply by this by 6 to make 30, so we will have 12 to 18. So they're both now 30 parts. But we know that A plus B is twice C plus D. So if AB is 30 parts, we actually only want C to D to be 15 parts. So we want this to add up to half of what this does. So this is 30 parts. We want C to D in a ratio that only has 15 parts. So let's just divide them by 2. And that is it. So A to B to C to D is going to be 25 to 5. And then we use the ratio that is half as many as the A to B ratio. So A to B to C to D is 25 to 5 to 6 to 9, because we need these two to add up to half of what these two add up to. But we need them to still be in the same ratio compared to each other. So 25 to 5 is the same as 5 to 1. 6 to 9 is the same as 2 to 3. But we need this to add up to half of this. So we made them both have the same number of parts just by cross multiplying here. So these both have 30 parts. But because A plus B is twice C plus D, we're going to halve C plus D. So we've halved this to make 15 parts, and then we can just put the ratio together. You should now have a go at question 14 from the document, which is very similar to this one. So pause the video and have a go at that, please. As with last time, I'm not going to go through this second question. If you have done it, you should have got 8 to 6 to 7 to 35. If you didn't get that, have a look at the example I did again and then try and figure out where you went wrong. If you still can't work it out, let me know and I will upload a video showing how to do that question. So overall, from the document that I've put up, I have gone through question 12 and you should have attempted after I'd done that, question 14. I did question 9 and you should have attempted question 10. I would like you to have a go at question 11 and question 13 because they're a bit wordier and they require you to do a little bit of interpretation. Question 7 and question 8 are also wordy questions, so I would like you to have a go at those. 5 and 6 are really easy. I would definitely expect you to be able to do them. Have a go at them if you want to, but it doesn't really matter. I do want you to do question 3 and 4. I don't know why I've done this backwards. It's because I did some of these questions. And then question 1 and 2 are super duper easy. So the ones I've underlined, I definitely want you to do and submit, please. 1, 2, 5 and 6 I think should take you 5 minutes tops to do all 4 of them, so you might as well do them, but the ones I'm bothered about are the ones that I've underlined, and also you should have done 10 and 14 after each of my examples. And that is it for today.